Good morning, everybody. My name is Tom Culp here at Crandall & Associates Insurance Agency, and I'm one of the people who handle new business on our commercial property and casualty side. This is my first time going live, so bear with me as I try to get through this, but we do love to educate our clients, and so you're going to see more live videos of us coming through in the coming months, so very exciting. Today I want to touch on a very important topic, and that is going to be cyber liability. Cyber liability is becoming a huge issue for tons of businesses. You've heard about all the big hacks that have occurred out there, Target, Home Depot, Equifax, but what you don't hear about is the smaller businesses that do get breached, and that's because they don't make the news. Of course, your body shop down the street, if they get breached, the news isn't going to care, and no one's really going to hear about it. So the way to mitigate your risk cyber-wise is to obtain a cyber liability insurance policy. There are tons of different coverages within cyber, and so I'm going to touch on a few of them today. You have essentially what we call third-party and first-party coverages. Your third-party coverages is going to be for things like your lawsuits that arise out of the breach of information. So if someone gets upset, they decide to sue you in court, they're going to pay for any defense and any judgments that are awarded from that. And there's also coverage in there for electronic communications liability, as well as some regulatory defense in case one of the governmental agencies tries to fine you or take you to court in order to fine you. Next, we have what we call our first-party coverages. The first-party coverages are essentially the things that the business has to pay for in the event of a breach. So the first would pay for like your security breach and notification expenses. So in the event of a cyber breach, by law, federal law actually, you're required to hire a forensic IT company to see whose information was compromised, notify all of those individuals, typically by mail, and then you have to set up a credit monitoring service for them for up to 1 year. So your cyber policy will take care of those expenses for you. Then you also have coverage for like business interruption. Like most businesses out there today, we rely on our internet or server or something that is internet based in order to get business done. So if you have a cyber attack and it takes your systems down for a week or two or possibly even longer, your business obviously can't operate, you're going to be losing income while you are down, so the cyber policy is actually going to pay for that income you lose while you're down and getting your system set back up. Next, there's two coverages that probably a lot of people have heard about, and one of them is ransomware or extortion. Essentially, somebody hacks into your system, encrypts all your data, and says, I want $5,000 for the encryption key. Sometimes they ask for Bitcoin, and so the cyber policy is actually going to pay that ransom so you can get your system back. And finally is social engineering. This has become a massive, massive issue across all businesses. Essentially what happens is someone is out of town, maybe the business owner, and their email gets hacked. And the hacker sends an email to whoever handles the finances, the bookkeeper, CFO, what have you, and requests them to say, hey, you know, I got a call from this vendor, they said we didn't pay them, it's probably because their bank account information changed. And then the CFO goes ahead and transfers that money. That is called social engineering, and since it was a willful transference, it is not considered a crime coverage. So your cyber policy is also going to help pay for you in instances like that. So that was just a really brief overview of cyber. There are different things in cyber as well, not just those that I've talked about here, but I wanted to touch on the most important ones. If you have any other questions regarding that, or if you'd like to get quotes, we'd really love to help you. You can get a free quote from us, at least be educated and know what it's going to cost you at the end of the day so you can make an educated decision on how best to protect yourself. You can call me at my office at 210-696-8333 and just ask for Tom. And we're also, like I said earlier, we are going to be doing some more topics on different up and coming things in our industry, so stay tuned for more. Thanks so much for joining us.